swamp of chords. I think just leave it. We look like. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit, man! Fuck man! Oh shit! You might be noticing how smart we look now.
How smart and dare I say, magical?
Do we look like some smart schoolboys?
Some smart, I don't know, kind of like sexy schoolboys.
Dude, looking smart is really funny. Like dressing to hope that people say you look smart is really funny.
What do you wear to do that? Like a Harry Potter scarf?
If I wanted people to say I look smart, I'd probably wear right above the knee denim cutoff shorts with checkered Vans and a checkered Vans button-up short sleeve shirt. And I'd have my hair slicked back and dyed green.
Yeah.
And I'd be on my way to Green Day at Coachella. I'd be on my way to Green Day. I'm 38 and I'm going to Green Day at Coachella.
Are they at Coachella?
They're headlining Coachella.
So I got to say, yesterday, I was having one of those nights where I kind of wanted to game.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't really, nothing was really clicking.
I feel that, yeah.
And I was clicking around YouTube. There's
sometimes
nothing to watch.
Sometimes you get like gaming ED.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I want a game, but it's not.
And I'd play like 5 minutes of one game.
Yeah.
Man.
This never happens.
But I ended up watching a bit of like the Coachella live stream.
Yeah.
Man, it's all really bad.
Yeah, man.
It's just awful.
Yeah. Coachella is like a big recap of like, well, not 100%. Sometimes there's like cool bands there, but like, I didn't realize even Coachella was happening until I saw a tweet that Charlie XCX was mad that she wasn't headlining Coachella.
Oh, okay.
Because
Green Day?
Because Green Day was. I was like whatever about Charlie. I don't care about Charlie XCX. I don't.
She's brat.
Sure.
What I hear is she's brat.
What I hear, yeah. I mean, she might be cool. She might be like what we always. She might be like a Grimes girl type shit where you're on Molly.
I gotta say,
club.
I don't like the way she looks.
Well, she's British.
Not even like she's like ugly kind of way.
Yeah.
But just her general swag is off-putting to me.
It is off-putting.
Yeah.
But I think that's because we're not like will chill with anyone outside the club for a cig. Girls in ripped fishnets.
Right. Well, because Grimes is
we're not girls who are wearing a men's basketball jersey outside the club.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, Grimes has a kind of fucked up swag, but kind of like in an enchanting, like alien elf way.
Yeah. And her music is like amazing
until she like opens her mouth to share her opinions.
Well, we don't. And a real man never talks about Grimes' opinions. And a real man never talks about the opinions of Grimes.
Every time I see her tweet, I'm like, bitch, get back in the studio.
Please make a new album. Because her album, she was like number 3 on my like top most listened artists last year. I fucking love Grimes.
Grimes rules.
Grimes is fantastic.
I literally have her blocked on Twitter.
Her tweets
because it's so bad.
It's a test. Every time I see a Grimes tweet, it's a test of my my inner male feminist.
Right.
Where I see it and I'm like,
but yeah,
cool.
I tuned in for a bit and it was Megan Thee Stallion and Post Malone.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, this is awful.
Wow. Well, imagine like, wow. I just, you guys, you cannot let your taste in anything be like told to you.
Do Zoomers make any good music?
Oh yeah. Yep. Listen to Slater. Slater is cool. Slater's good for summer.
Because I'll have like YouTube will pop up like new bands and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll click on them. I'm like a worldly cultured guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just like Zoomers making really bad music.
No, listen to...
And kind of dressed like fucked up retards.
Check out Novulent, Flying Fish, Burial Etiquette.
I think I might just be hitting that age where I'm like, this isn't the Killers. Back when I was young, we had real music like Mr. Brightside.
Where the hell is Franz Ferdinand?
And Kids. Bon Iver.
No,
Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros.
Oh my God. I haven't thought about that. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. What was their big song?
I think it was like, I don't know. It was some shit where there was like 50 people tapping on tambourines.
Oh. That's the worst thing the millennials ever gave us was bands made up of 60-guy tambourine drum groups.
Yeah, they were like core millennial, and I don't think they made it out of that era, but they were like white guys with like the
Top Knot.
Yeah, like Top Knot or like the sort of mini pullback ponytail thing.
Holy
and the band was literally 20 people.
Oh my god, that's like white man group type shit. Like, fuck out of here. That shit sucks, bro.
And like a lot of their songs would be like it was the guy and the girl, and they'd be kind of like talking to each other.
Oh,
kind of like having a conversation,
Yeah.
but set to like not even that. It'd be like Jade, Alexander.
oh, did they
do you want to come with me?
Did they do
like,
the fucking Alabama, Arkansas?
yes, yeah,
that was them?
that's their big
Okay,
song.
I like that song. That song comes on, I'm like,
They're great.
I groove with that. I didn't realize they were.
Zoomers could never understand
I
real
didn't-
music like Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic
I
Zeros.
didn't realize that band was a 20 group, dirty foot fucking drum guy band.
they were. Yeah.
I thought it was like I thought it was like a lead singer and a girl and then like a normal band.
No.
Oh, that sucks because I don't mind that song when it comes on. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, it's good. It's
That-
actually really good.
That stinks. That
it's actually maybe the best song.
I was listening to Franz Ferdinand the other day and I was like, damn, this is nice. They have that. What's that song?
Play
Girls-
Def Cab.
They have that one, so Girls Don't Know or whatever. Oh, you girls never know. It's really catchy.
The one from that era that I do listen to all the time still is MGMT.
They're fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
MGMT is legit fantastic.
Just watching Little Dark Age Hyperborea edits all day.
with Jagmeet Singh.
Yeah.
Jagmeet Singh, Little Dark Age Hyperborea edits.
Yeah, but him like edited to be like a white guy. Bright blue eyes, a big blonde pompadour.
Yeah.
Just like, if only.
Goddamn beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out John for the scarves.
Yeah, shout out John from from Sonic Wednesday and from everything, man, for the cool scarves.
Yeah, our authentic wizarding scarves.
And from what I understand, he got these from Hogwarts.
Yeah.
He went in and he got sorted, and then he was like, I actually have 2 bros. And the sorting hat was like, well, okay.
You can have a few.
The hat was like,
scarves.
describe them, and they were like really funny riff podcasters from Canada.
They're kind of like heroic, but also clever.
They're clever, thoughtful, a little goth, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Zoomers are making good music. I'm like blanking on a lot of them, but there are good Zoomer bands.
So there's
out
one.
there.
What was it called? They had some stupid name, and I had them pop up the other day. It's something like DC.
Fontaine's DC.
Yeah.
No.
And I was like, this stinks.
Was it that "Wake Me When I'm Famous" song?
I think I listened to a couple because I was kind of like shocked at how how bad it was, and B, how stupid they all looked. And
They look stupid. I've never seen them.
It's like each one of them is kind of like dressed in like a different style, but they all kind of look bad.
Okay.
And their music just sounds like if the Pixies like didn't know how to play their instruments.
Yes. Yes.
And it's like each member of the band is like sort of like pretending to be in a different band from decades past, and their music just sounds terrible.
Zoomers are making good music. Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
And Charlie XCX. She's a Zoomer, is she not? Or is she fucking 35?
I would guess that she's like 39.
I'm blanking on a lot of the good Zoomer bands right now, but there are some. Check the tunes of the week.
Are those Zoomer bands?
Some. It's a good mix. Sometimes I'll throw in, old head stuff like The Strokes.
The Strokes.
For real old heads.
For real old troons.
For old
hits.
Did you ever, as a millennial band, did you ever like The Bravery?
I've never even heard of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're great. The Bravery was awesome. That was another they were another like shaggy hair, leather jacket, baggy jean band from 2006.
I'm kind of out of touch with a lot of music because I literally never listened to music until I was already an adult.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just never listened to music other than ICP.
Yo, let's go.
Well, no, ICP and Weird Al Yankovic were like the only bands I listened to until I was like 19.
That's swag. ICP and Weird. Has Weird Al ever covered ICP?
Not to my knowledge, and I would know, so no. Yeah, I have like a bunch of Weird Al like CDs, but I feel like most people my age have like, you know, a big library of like childhood music.
Yeah.
And mine is like 3 Weird Al CDs
And then the Great Malenko. Yo, that's awesome. That's crazy. That's like a social experiment, like raising my kid on Weird Al and ICP only.
Yeah.
Damn, that's wild.
But I would just, you know, listen. I would just game.
Right. Listen to game soundtracks.
Yeah.
I'm more into game OSTs.
Game OSTs. Just listen to the World of Warcraft OST.
It is nice. So I don't even play World of Warcraft. I've put that on when I'm doing work and stuff.
It's good.
It's good.
It's real good shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was me just going like, homies, homies.
Juggalo homies. Talk about some bugs of mine.
Back to reality, your son's on crack, and your little daughter's got nut stains on her back. They both look like shit, and they live in the gutter selling crack to each other.
Were you like an Offspring guy ever?
No.
No?
No.
Offspring was for like youth sports, like before a basketball or baseball game.
Yeah.
On the way there in mom's car, putting on any Offspring song. It was like doing meth.
I bet.
You'd be 9 years old on your way to baseball, like, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. That and Limp Bizkit.
Oh no, yeah, actually, Limp Bizkit. A lot of my contemporaries were into like Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit, and Eminem and stuff.
Right.
But I was like, Weird Al's actually better musically than this. Weird Al can play the accordion. These guys don't even play real instruments.
They're freaking. You know who I was laughing about the other day? The rap guy from Linkin Park, Mike Shinoda.
Is he the rap guy from it?
Being the. I've never seen a picture of him. I assume he's like a Wasian guy, based on the name Mike Shinoda.
Yeah.
Is he
Wait,
Wasian?
what does Wasian mean?
Like white Asian?
Oh, okay.
Like
I think he's like Asian.
Full Asian?
I actually don't know.
It's just
some
funny.
kind of Asian.
Mike Shinoda.
Yeah.
But being the rapper in Linkin Park.
I didn't know the Asian guy was the rapper.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and now they have a new singer who's a Scientologist, I believe.
Right. Their new songs on the radio all the time.
It is all the time. All the fucking time. All the fucking time.
But yeah, Megan Thee Stallion's music is really bad.
Have you heard about this, folks? Have you seen this?
Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
I literally have never heard it before.
Rap music now is like
and she's
cooked.
I don't know how to say this without kind of seeming like a bit of a old fuddy-duddy.
Yeah.
But she's literally just a whore.
Many such cases.
And like this might be more controversial. Post Malone's music, also really bad.
Not good.
Not good at all.
No, it's, I mean, any Coachella headliner.
Because he just does like bad rap over like muffled country music, kind of.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the move now. Is there's not like popular music is just sort of like a disgusting like world baby of genres.
So he's just doing like Jelly Roll music.
Yeah,
him and Jelly Roll probably have like 10 songs out together.
Yes, he's doing like crackhead Jelly Roll. He's like slim. Yeah. He's doing like Ozempic Jelly Roll shit.
Yeah, he's just thin Jelly
Used to
Roll.
eat a lot, now I don't. And Jelly Roll's like weeping or something.
Yeah.
Crying.
I pray to God to make me eat less, but I'm still big and fat.
Yeah. I can get out of jail, but there's no bigger prison than this body. I wouldn't be surprised if he said something like that. The greatest prison I ever faced in my life was this 680-pound body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
no,
yeah.
You can't be. I mean, imagine the type of guy going to Coachella, though, for Green Day.
For Green Day.
Imagine being like
because at this point, to be a core Green Day guy, you gotta be like 50, no?
I think Green Day and Harry Potter have a lot of crossover in terms of fans.
That can't be.
I think Green Day and Doctor Who have enormous fan crossover. Basically, circle diagram.
I get all the Green Day bands mixed up because they're like the same as Sum 41, right?
And Blink-182.
Yeah, they're like all essentially the same band.
They're shitty. Yeah.
But the guys in the band must be like 60.
Literally, yeah, I think so. And the Foo Fighters are also in
They're
that.
still doing punk rock.
They're still punk rock it's not like literally about Trump.
Yeah, they didn't one of them like rewrite one of their songs to be about Trump?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
If I knew one of their songs, I'd do a very clever cover right now. But
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you a Green Day song.
No.
Because I'm kind of like youthful and hip and fresh.
Yeah, you listen to
I listen to,
you listen to Netspend.
Yeah, I'm listening to Netspend and Blady.
Blady.
Blady. I'm listening to Blady.
Blady and Netspend and Young Lean.
Yeah, I'm just listening to like Machine Girl all day.
Dude, Machine Girl rules. Machine Girl's awesome. Shout out Two Headed Girl. I think that's Zoomer music.
Are
Two Headed
they
Girl.
Zoomers?
Machine Girl?
Yeah.
I don't know about Machine Girl, but Two Headed Girl is a Zoomer. Shout out her.
You want to try a Birdie Bot every flavored bean?
Let's do it.
Shout out John.
Please become. Please
become. I'm
come.
gonna pick one of the white ones.
please become.
Okay,
I'm gonna take my Zen out for this.
I don't want to destroy the box too much, but fuck. Okay, too late.
Here we go.
Lots of white ones. Probably come.
This is great news.
I'm gonna take my Zen out too.
Yeah, I want to be able to taste the gum fully. Yeah, I'm gonna. While you do that, I'm gonna look through music and see if I can shout out any other good Zoomer
I'm
bands.
gonna pick a white one here. Okay, there's a white one for me. Hopefully it's calm.
Please become. I'm gonna just randomly. I'm not gonna look. Oh shit! I gotta hold it. Oh, good. Looks like it's yellow with white flakes.
Oh, just like cum. Old cum. Let's go.
That's pretty good. I think it's like lemon. Oh,
I think mine was bubble gum.
that's pretty nice.
Do they put bad flavored ones in there?
They must. Maybe what I did get was piss, and I just like it. Is that piss?
Is that piss?
Is that old piss?
I'm gonna grab a couple that might be cum here. Live Birdie Bot every flavored bean. Ooh, this one's white and brown, so it could be like cum and poo.
It could be bird poo. Oh, I got a white and red one, so it's like my cum. That's really good.
I think that one's like chocolate, maybe.
I think I got a bubblegum one.
All right, yellow. Let's see what yellow is. Oh, that one's kind of weird.
What is it? Pee?
Might be.
Is it pee pee?
What is that?
I think I got banana. Woohoo!
That one kind of tasted like cleaning product.
Lucky. Delicious.
Like a little bit.
All right, shout out Saturdays at Your Place, another good Zoomer band.
This is top quality podcasting.
Yeah, everyone loves this. Listening to people eat little treats.
I think that one's like vanilla. All right, last one.
Shout out Eagles with a U. EAGULLS.
I think that one's strawberry. All right, thank you, John, for the delicious beans.
Thank you, John, for good beans.
And the scarves, which I will wear proudly.
I'm a proud scarfman.
They're big ass scarves.
Yeah, it's long as hell. You can wear it with like a pea coat and look just intelligent. It looks smart as hell.
I can wear it to like a anti-Israel thing.
Or a pro-Israel thing.
Or either one.
Yeah. Wow, you look very...
What's J.K. Rowling's stance on Israel?
Probably woohoo.
Woohoo.
Probably like go woohoo.
Probably.
Goblin. That's Goblin country.
But are there a lot of like trans Israelis? Probably more than in Hamas.
As far as I'm aware, what Hamas is like lib utopia where everyone is like bi-curious. and they're a communist from what I understand.
Right, they're all communist and bi.
Well, at minimum bi-curious. Like open to trying it, you know?
Yeah, they say that Gaza is bi-curious heaven. What do you think they're doing in those tunnels, man? They're
trying shit.
Dealing with bisexual thoughts.
I'm having bi thoughts. I'm dealing with bisexual thoughts.
I've been having a lot of bisexual thoughts recently.
Telling your therapist. Tony Soprano telling his therapist, I've been having a lot of bisexual thoughts.
I've been having a lot of bisexual
It
thoughts.
made him sound too Jewish. Anyway. Whatever.
Yeah.
Listen here, I've been having a lot of bisexual thoughts.
Bisexual thoughts.
I was thinking about this guy. You remember the Parapolitics Guatemalan?
Which one was that?
There's like the weepy Mexican voice. Like,
Oh,
my daughter.
my sexy
My
daughter.
daughter.
Yes, I do remember that one.
I was thinking about him the other night. What if we like you catch up with him like 4 years later,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like lost the accent a bit, and he's like way deeper down the parapolitics rabbit hole. Like you meet him on another job like 4 years later, and he's like, "Yo, dude, what's going on? Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that Hitler's spirit is inside of me, man." Anyway, nice to see you, bro.
Nice to see you, man.
Hitler's,
I'm actually like kind of like Hitler, but like reincarnated.
I do believe that Hitler's spirit is inside of me, dude, and I will be continuing his vision. Anyway, later, bro. Nice to see you, man. I gotta get these roofing tiles up on the roof. Nice to see you, though, bro. Just wanted to pop in and let you know that Hitler is alive and well inside of me, dude.
Inside of me. There was something, I didn't follow it up, but the CIA, there's some like document that was unsealed that Hitler was still alive in like the 50s in Argentina.
Oh, they like confirmed it?
Well, I don't know if they confirmed it, and I saw it on Twitter, and I did zero follow-up research.
If it's floating out there,
and I
it's
follow
probably
a
real.
lot of QAnon accounts, and I
Yeah.
didn't check what account it was from. So
I mean, we've already known.
but I already believe that was the case.
Yeah,
And obviously it was.
yeah. Well, he just blew his brains out when it looked like it was maybe gonna get ugly.
Yeah. Instead, Hitler?
Hitler? Oh man, I just saw such a classic. You know, Mike Ma.
Yeah, Nick actually loaned me his book recently.
Oh, Harassment
but I haven't read
Architecture?
it yet, yeah.
Yo, would recommend. It's good.
It's got nice cover art.
It's very cool. His other book, Gothic Violence, is also very cool.
Yeah, I'll probably get to it.
But I just found on Twitter like an old Mike Ma video that made me laugh. Where it's like him at his desk and he's like, "Guys, I just found out Hitler was on the Nazis. In World War II, he was on the Nazis team."
He's on the Nazis.
Yeah.
Because you've been going down a dark path of knowledge.
I fell back on my bullshit, dude. I fell back on I relapsed hard on.
You were sending me some very strangely shaped maps.
I fell so back, man. I'm back. Fuck it. Earth is not, dude. Prove it's round. Fuck you. Prove it's not.
So that because for context, you sent me a map that sort of looks like a snowman.
Yeah. So that's
how does that work?
So remember when we looked at the
So is it a round Earth on top of a larger round Earth?
Yes. It's sort of, we're actually on like a snowman planet. But do you remember that map I showed you that was like, it was like the discs with the ice wall?
Yeah.
That's just how that map looks in 3D.
Oh.
So when we were looking at the discs on the ice wall, if you were to like make it into a real shape, it would be, a lot of people call this pair planet theory.
So flat Earth is out.
It's so much flat. It's so much
What
crazier
are you, retarded? It's a bunch of pears.
It's like a
stacked on top
snowman,
of
you
each
fucking
other.
idiot. It's
like
so
a
much
snowman made of pears.
Yeah,
Dumbass.
it's so much. Yeah, so like the ice walls like form like at the where you'd like leave Earth,
But Earth is round and a ball.
on the top
But
of
it's
the
just
snowman
connected to a pear.
to like a weird like wide section,
Okay.
and then there's an even wider section.
That's where the Nazis are.
I think the Nazis are on the mid section. I think on the widest that's where like the Anunnaki are and the
Okay.
Bionicles, and that's where that Michael Jackson is with the Anunnaki.
He's ascended past because Hyperborea is in the middle one,
I
and
think
that's
so,
where all
yeah.
the Nazis are,
Yeah, they just got through one level of the ice wall.
and the EU technocrats.
Yeah, and there's a Rothschild city there.
I see.
They have and I saw helicopter footage that was real. And the footage I saw was real.
I saw real footage.
I saw real footage of helicopter pilots going over the ice wall, and they found the city where the Rothschilds live. And it was real. I mean, what I saw, it was probably CGI, but I also was like, well,
What was it?
okay, it was like it's like helicopter like tape footage of these guys like flying over the Arctic, and this is apparently like them, like they flew over the ice wall, and the rumor is that the Rothschilds have a whole secret like New York City size city past the ice wall in the Arctic, where they do stuff
with the Nazis.
Yeah, and aliens.
Hmm.
And it has to do with the missing 411 phenomenon.
Okay. I was kind of surprised that when you go deeper and deeper into conspiracies, suddenly the Nazis become the bad guys.
That was a little upsetting to me. I was like, wait, what?
Usually it's kind of the opposite of that.
Well, I think what it is the Nazis brokered a deal with aliens via, and it had to do with Admiral Byrd, who who saw them, who went to the Arctic and saw the Nazis brokering a deal with the aliens. I think.
Oh, okay.
It literally feels like doing drugs when you go. It's like really hard to. Like I literally on a Sunday, I just had the whole day, and I literally sat at my computer desk like this, just with my headphones on, and I just had like a Mind Unveiled playlist and some Sam Tripoli, who is
just slamming. Nazi secret. So are they on the moon, or is the moon not even real?
The moon is. You don't got to worry about the moon. That's a whole. I mean, we can go moon mode if you want.
Man, these scarves are warm.
Yeah, I'm getting a little hot. I tried to decorate my mic arm with my goth crow scarf.
Just like that.
But the moon is a whole different thing. I think the moon is like, it's not real.
Okay, and the rest of space is also not real?
No. It's irrelevant. I think because we're in what's called an egg world.
An egg world, okay.
So yeah, the snowman thing.
Yeah.
Right? So we got the snowman.
Yeah.
And the base layer of the snowman.
Where the Anunnaki are.
Yeah. That connects to this like egg shell that we're in. Does that make
all
sense?
of the planets are in. Well,
what looks like planets.
Right.
So like there's like the top you picture it like a if you turned like an orange peel inside out, and then like, so you know this orange stem, yeah. It would be pointing in, and that's the earth and the snow globes, and then the rest is like our perceivable universe, which is in the shell.
Okay.
Yeah. And then,
so are the Anunnaki good guys? I first heard of them like a week ago.
I think the Anunnaki invented us to mine gold.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think they're good. But so the Nazis fuck with them.
The Nazis do fuck with them. So where do Jewish people fit into all this? Because usually as
Jews
you
are
go
Anunnaki.
deeper and deep,
they're lizards, aliens.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it gets kind of missing.
It's rare to go that deep into one of these theories and not
find Jews,
hit on a certain tribe of people.
It's actually tough. It's really tough to parse, like, because it seems like there's just whole different schools of thought when it comes to these things. So like some people, it's like if you don't subscribe to like egg Earth theory,
right? Egg Earth.
If you're not into egg Earth, then it's like your whole shit is different, and it's more about.
So is egg Earth connected to hollow Earth?
Maybe. Probably. I don't know. See, I'm more familiar with egg Earth. Hollow Earth, I'm not super knowledgeable. I
haven't done a ton of research on hollow Earth yet.
I don't know. But if you're like not into egg Earth,
yeah,
then you'd be more into Bloodlines, I think. There's probably a way to like fit them all into one worldview.
Like a unified theory.
But I've yet to really find it. And I did spend like 20 minutes watching a video from Mind Unveiled about the ancient art of farting.
I briefly, because you sent a link, and I briefly like perused through their videos.
Yeah.
And one that caught my attention was that top hats are mind control
I watched
devices.
that one. I watched that. It's because they use their okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Some like metal that's in them.
Let me see if I can dial in here. They were using. There was copper.
But copper's good.
No.
Wait, what? Isn't copper for grounding?
It's for your feet. It's not for your head. There was literally something about in the Top Hats video about like the saying like "mad as a hatter," had to do with in like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland.
My experience with these guys, it all kind of for me goes back to true theory.
No. Well, he's real too, but
they'll be trying to make some point, and they'll just quote and they wore hats, and that's why they say mad as a hatter.
Mind Unveiled
and that's why
the most cogent of them. Like he does kind of take you like step by step. It's just so many steps sometimes. Right. And I do a bad job of like reciting these because it is literally like it's the same as if I like smoked weed all day. Like it's the same like cognitive effect where I'm like no longer socially functional for 48 hours after. Yeah, like Brandon came home and he was like, "What'd you do today?" And I was like, "Dude, so first of all, we're in an egg." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "So don't let any fucking Jew try to take your money." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Operation High Jump, bro. The Nazis met the aliens." He's like, "Okay."
They're gonna spend all your money on eggs.
They're gonna give all your money and turn it into gold for the Anunnaki for their harvesting operation, but. What was okay, the Mad Hatter thing.
So is our current reality is that's the most efficient way for Anunnaki to get gold?
I have no idea. I pulled that out of my ass. I'm not really sure what the Anunnaki. I'm not super well versed on the Anunnaki. I'm just familiar with the fact that they live on middle to third.
So you're more of like a Middle
Earth guy.
Middle Earth guy.
Yeah, I'm more into Middle Earth.
The oak.
Why would J.R.R. Tolkien call it Middle Earth?
Is that a real thing that Mind Unveiled is on?
I don't know. Probably. He called it Middle Earth because he was aware of what was going on. But
went to a drawing, a Nazi in a UFO,
a drawing of like Hitler drinking with Nazis, and be like, now what? But
that's why
the Mad as a Hatter thing. It was like everyone had a top hat. So the establishing fact is like everyone. At the turn of the century, you had to have a top hat. If you didn't have a hat on, it was like you're a poor bum.
Yeah.
So you had to have a hat. And then all the hats were treated. There was like a treatment process that basically a treatment process for the whatever material they were using to make the hats.
Yeah.
That ended up becoming through like refining the process, like pissing on it.
Oh, okay.
Like there were people who were like pissing on it, and depending on like certain people, depending on their diets or whatever, had like better piss for like pissing on the hats when they made them.
Okay.
So whatever was in the piss, plus copper in the hats, I think there was something, but you could get what was called Mad Hatter disease, which made people like insane, and I think it had to do with like the way they were making the hats.
But it couldn't be that they were just using like fucked up old Victorian manufacturing techniques.
Piss. Using piss.
Right.
But so that led to people getting Mad Hatter disease, which was like the mind control going too far.
Okay.
And so there's all these there's like ancient like old like media representations like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland who's like a crazy guy.
Yeah.
And then his portrayal became more of like, oh, he's like a nefarious spirit almost. He's like perhaps a Nephilim. Which perhaps. Which is another thing it's literally like I drank all day. It's like the memories are like kind of blurry and it's like what the fuck happened yesterday? Like I remember like certain things but yeah, the hats, he laid out a pretty basic. I'm doing a bad job of explaining his theory.
No,
it makes kind of perfect logical sense that top hats were mind control. Yeah. And also Nephilim are real.
And they're like big giant angels, right?
Well, they're what happened when the Nephilim are a product of angels that were sent down from heaven breeding with people.
Okay.
They laid with human women and created Nephilim, which are like
so
huge
where do the angels fit into egg Earth?
Well, that's I don't really know how this stuff blends with like Christianity to be quite honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But it does. It absolutely does.
But it definitely does.
Because I think it boils down to like it's like there's a way to interpret it where it makes sense that it's like a spiritual war.
Okay.
The battle of good and evil and whatnot.
Right.
I don't really know how. I'll be 100% real with you. I don't know how.
Yeah.
but I know it does.
Right.
And that's enough for me. Just like I don't need to go check that Mars is there, you Redditor.
Are you a Redditor?
I know that middle and third Earth are there.
Yeah, middle egg.
Middle egg and last egg.
Bottom egg.
And Anunnaki egg are there.
Big egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is fascinating, and I believe more of it than I'd care to admit. I believe an embarrassing amount of it, probably.
I can't say I've ever gotten too caught up in that style.
It's really good.
Parapolitics. I don't even know if that's parapolitics.
It's like para-reality.
Yeah. But like the Tartaria and the alternate Earth stuff.
What's funny is
I'm really more of a illuminated bloodline guy.
Which is kind of apples and oranges. Like they're close enough.
I guess.
The bloodline stuff. Well, the bloodline comes from back to the battle of good and evil, I think.
Right.
Ancient bloodlines, just as Nephilim are bloodlines from angels and humans.
So is Obama a Nephilim?
Obama is a distant relative of George Bush and John Hinckley.
Who's John Hinckley?
The guy who shot Reagan.
Oh, was Reagan not part of the bloodline?
No, Reagan thought Bohemian Grove was faggy.
That was Nixon.
Oh, shit. I don't know. I don't know, but I do know those three are related.
John Hinckley, is he the one who did it to impress Jodie Foster?
Yes, I think so.
So that's very MK Ultra coded.
Yes. I posted a picture of it on my story, the like Google document.
I saw that picture. I did not know how to read it.
Me neither. But what happened was I posted it and then like a bunch of crazy people replied to it.
Right, really?
And I was like, okay. Like just stuff that had nothing to do with it, but it was like people saw that and I thought I was like dog whistling that like yeah like Ellen is a guy. She is, first of all, and I'm down to talk about that with you. But it was,
I saw that big chart, and like I saw that it ended. There was George Bush on it and Obama, and I was like, I don't know how to follow this. I'm just going to assume it's true.
They share like one common ancestor relative who is also an ancestor of John Hinckley,
and he's a powerful Illuminatus.
Potentially a sorcerer.
Okay, if John Hinckley is connected to the Illuminati bloodlines, why is he like a fuck up weird guy?
Why was JFK's sister put in an asylum and lobotomized?
Right.
Let me answer your question with a question. Why did they lobotomize JFK's sister?
I draw my JFK sister card.
Let me ask you that instead of knowing anything about what you asked me.
That's true. I'm shut down. I realize.
Why would they do that to JFK's
Probably the
sister?
same reason that John Hinckley has to like post songs on Twitter.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really hard to get your like bearings in these waters.
Yeah,
it's really tough to like you just kind of end up knowing like certain like I know in Afghanistan they found giants.
Right. Well, that obviously
I've
seen pictures.
I've seen drawings, and I've seen spooky videos from the Middle East of weird things in caves.
And I've seen like things that weren't even drawings that were like a rock that kind of looked like there was a big guy in it.
I've seen big skulls from Peru with red hair, like the Nephilim. I've seen ruins.
But that's clearly Atlanteans. Atlantean Irish.
It is like unimaginably hard to like really find your legs. You just kind of it's like it's really true. But it's,
one thing's for sure, it's true.
It's certainly true. And to be fair, to be completely honest, I believe a lot of it just out of spite for Reddit motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like a fuck you.
For Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, out of spite.
Fuck you, I believe in Atlantis.
Fuck you, Atlantis was real. The Nephilim are among us living within the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And also we're living in the ruins of an ancient empire that knew how to harness energy via the air through domes and grounding.
Because I think the ones that I secretly believe, well, not so secretly, are Atlantis was real.
100%.
And they populated and like trained every other civilization.
Yeah.
That there's like, I believe in the bloodlines.
Oh, yeah.
I believe sort of in the like MK Ultra stuff, maybe mind control, ritual magic.
That's
type
100%
stuff.
real, yeah.
I feel like those are the big ones where I'm kind of like, yeah, it's probably true.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like 100, and there's like enough evidence for all of those that it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Like many episodes ago, I read the first 3 or 4 pages of a book that claimed to be full of evidence Atlantis was real.
Yeah, it's just like,
and that guy had no reason to lie.
Well, you know who does have reason to lie? People who work in modern science.
Right.
Literally, you know who has like tons of reason and incentive to constantly lie to you?
Scientists.
Yeah, people who
politicians, teachers,
chemists. Like all of those people have insane motivation to lie to you.
Right.
You know who doesn't?
To hide the healing frequencies of bells.
You know who doesn't have motivation to lie to me? A Mexican. A Mexican
guy who's the reincarnation of Hitler.
A Mexican guy on YouTube.
Wait, is Mind Unveiled Mexican?
I've never seen his face, but orally, audio-wise, he's got very Mexican voice physiognomy. Yeah. He's got
Things I believe. Goku is real.
It would be funny if he ends his channel by like proving Goku was real and in the Bible. Goku was not only real, but Jesus Christ. But yeah, like that, like those guys have like even like zero reason to, you know, like Grant on Facebook, whose post gets screenshotted where he's showing you a picture he found of a alien.
Right.
And that's how he spells it, alien.
Alien.
Not an alien. He just says, I found a alien.
I found a alien.
Like I have like, that guy he's not going to get anything out of that. His main goal maybe might to be like, I hope I get on History Channel.
Yeah.
I hope I can get on History Channel.
On the History Channel.
But like, yeah, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye, people who work in pharmaceuticals.
Right.
People who work in science.
Yeah, they're the ones who are out to get
we're going
you.
to send Katy Perry to space for 11 minutes.
What was the story with that? Jeff Bezos sent
we need to swap out Katy Perry's clone, so we're going to send her to space for 11 minutes.
Right.
And when they
the
land,
exact amount of time it takes to clone.
It's the exact amount of time it takes to kill the current clone and unleash the new one.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's just no reason for me to believe modern science on basically anything. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what? And also, so I have like basically no reason. You guys all stand to make money if I believe you.
Yeah.
And you have the gayest, most shitty attitude about everything. How about this? We live on an egg. How about this then? I live on an egg.
I live in an egg.
In an egg and on a snowman.
Just like Dark Souls 3.
Yes.
If you'll consult Dark Souls 3.
And also, I would never wear a top hat with copper in it that has been pissed on. Fuck you. Yeah, I think that's the driving force for a lot of those movements is like people who are just like, man, fuck you.
Man, fuck y'all.
Man, fuck you. We're a snowman.
I mean, for some of them, like with the Super Soldier Talk guys,
yeah.
Shout out, friends of the show.
Yeah.
From the many videos of theirs that I've watched, how to put this delicately, a lot of them seem to have big personality disorders.
Well, the Super Soldier, that's not. That's
stupid.
That's more like schizophrenia.
Because that one, it would be the guy with James Rank.
Yeah, Rank?
Interviewing insane women who have been raped. A lot of it seems to be processing the trauma of getting molested.
That's what I like about Egg Earth. It has nothing to do with getting molested. Egg Earth is all about hating your teachers.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is like my teachers were mean because that's why I like it. It's like out of spite for every like bitch ass science teacher I ever had. It's like, wow.
Well, fuck you. You don't know anyway. It's an egg, probably.
Fuck you. Michael Jackson's living with the Anunnaki now on Earth too.
So Michael Jackson, that's confirmed.
Well, he's for sure alive.
Okay, but he's not like some weird preacher like Elvis is.
No, he's not on Earth as we know it. He's beyond the ice wall, I think.
I've been getting concerned recently because all like my Q mom and like Q guys I follow are all saying that Bitcoin's going to zero.
I don't
like, shut up.
I don't think that's true.
You've gone too far now, Q mom.
Well, the Q stuff is very reactionary.
So it's not linked into Egg Earth?
I mean, That's a loaded question.
Because I know Q-Mom's into Tartaria.
Yeah. Well, the Q stuff is like, that's like minute to minute reactions to stuff. A lot of QAnon. Egg Earth is like a tortoise.
I feel like it's like a Mexican guy sitting in a dark room like that for like 2 weeks. Being like, he's an egg, man.
And you know what, dude? So Hitler's spirit is inside of me. And I learned the other day when I was freaking out because I could not afford groceries and I was starving in my house and all I had to drink was gasoline, that I realized that we're living on an egg, bro. Anyways, nice to see you, dog. See you later on the job site.
I've made a bunch of like maps and things, you know. Do you want to see my maps I make?
Do you want to see my journal, dude?
Imagine you're on a construction site and your Mexican coworker, Adolf, it's like, do you want to see these maps I make, man?
Bro. That's not that like crazy. On
It's got a bunch
site.
of like weird shapes and stuff. Like, this is actually like real.
Dude, that's not that. I had a guy I worked with once show me paintings he did of him fucking girls. That's like not that crazy.
Painting?
He paints himself fucking girls and was like, dude, check these out.
Just on his phone?
Yeah, he had like pictures on his phone. He like hung them in his house. He was like, dude, check these out. I was like, yo, what the? You're like you're fucking crazy, dude.
You're
like,
crazy.
Like
If
that
you'll
was,
excuse me, I have some graphs to study.
that was like the most like, that might be the most like instantly scared I've ever become of a guy when a dude showed me paintings he did of him fucking girls.
Were they graphic?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was like,
They weren't like tasteful.
no, there was literally one. There was literally one, like the perspective was all like Euclidean or whatever. Like not, it didn't make sense, but it was like him kind of like side profile, but you could see like most of his chest, and his dick was like going in a girl in like this weird like red, but it was fucking insane. And he was just like, yeah, I do these, and it was like clearly him in the painting, and I was like, yo.
Was like the draftsmanship good?
No, it was very like MK Ultra victim, like crazy, like painted like fast, like fucking spooky. It was just
rules.
It was on like lunch break where I was just eating some instant noodles and he was like, dude.
Yo, check this out, man.
Because he was telling me about them earlier on the job, and then
What style of guy was he?
pretty classic construction guy. But what you'll find is like with construction guys, like the physiognomy is very similar, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Like it's very, you get like a couple types of physiognomy on a construction site, but it's like, it's what lies beneath that's usually deeply insane. You know what I mean? Like I'll meet guys where you're like, oh, this guy's like pretty cool and like normal, and then he'll like tell you like one or two details about his life, and you're like, not even fucking close, bro. Like you're nuts.
Pictures of himself.
Yeah. Or like that guy, I've talked about him on the pod, but Big Bob, who used to show me pictures of him dressed as the Crow. Every year on Halloween for 30 years, he dresses as the Crow.
Was he the one who tried to get the machine removed from his body?
No, that was another guy. Big fucking like wet Italian guy.
He featured a lot in our super early episodes.
Yeah, he was the man.
Yeah.
Big Nick.
Big Nick.
Big Nick. He was the fucking man. Yeah, he never did any fucking work at all. Like he was literally the laziest like piece of shit ever. And he would like oh yeah, dude. He was, I guess we can't really talk about it too much, but yeah, he was like bragging about this appointment he had in Mexico.
What's a code word we could use for that thing that Hitler and the Rothschilds and the Anunnakis really wanted you to get a couple years ago?
He was going to get his tattoo removed.
His tattoo removed.
He had scheduled. He had this
a tattoo reminiscent of. Actually, when you zoom in, the needles are shaped like a star, but not a normal star.
He was all. I don't know who told them about this, but yeah, he was all like jacked up on this procedure in Mexico that can suck the tattoo out of your system via injections, I think. He was like, bro, it's
did
like,
you leave that job before he went and did that?
Yeah, he said he was doing it when the job was over.
I would have loved to hear a follow-up.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I wish I could have seen, like, I think he left actually like a lot sooner because he was like shitty. Like I think he got laid off quick because he was like lazy and stupid. But yeah, dude, he was the man. Dude, he had so many. I think I have a video on my phone of him talking about like mob guys he knows that will like fuck, I forget what he was talking about. I'll have to find it, but it's like a video on my phone of him in the lunchroom talking about like I think his buddy who owned a pawn shop who kills people who rip him off and shit. And it's like, dude, you're so full of shit. It's crazy. Like how I love like a big liar guy.
Yeah, especially being like an old liar guy.
Yeah, where the lies are like, dude, that did not even kind of happen. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. And he was like the most like old liar guy.
Right.
He loved like everything out of his mouth was like a big lie.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty mobbed up.
Yeah, he was constantly talking like, yeah, and this guy, dude, like you go into his store and try to sell him like fucking fake jewelry, bro. Like he's already got your address. He knows, dude. He'll go to your house. He'll fucking rape your wife, dude. And it's like, dude, what are you, dude? No, he won't, dude. He's a pawn shop owner. He's fucking a Persian fat guy who won't do shit.
Yeah.
Like, shut up, dude.
God, construction sites.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of like you think they're like the most like simple, like, oh, you can always count on them or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can count on them, but if you like
then
get to know them,
show you photos of doing paintings as well.
I was like, yo. Like it was the most like I think my like whole like color drained out of my face. I was like oh, this is what you do. It was just.
Can you imagine just going to somebody's house?
They've got it on their wall, like above their bed, a picture of them. They painted fucking somebody.
Just drawing pictures of yourself naked is already,
by the way,
kind of nuts.
Way buffer than he actually is. Like he looked like Jean-Claude Van Damme or something.
That's actually sick. Having just a nude picture of yourself, but jacked with like a giant.
It's literally what they were. It was like he was doing like fan art of himself. But it's like, yeah, the amount
we
of
should
like
get that for a backdrop.
Pictures of us fucking aliens.
Of us, like, you know, the Da Vinci, like, Vitruvian man thing?
Naked us.
With our arms in, like, different angles and stuff.
Yeah. Our dicks at different angles. Like 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's like probably 15% of guys on construction sites are like deeply normal guys who just work so that they can like take their boat out on the weekends.
Yeah.
And then 85 are like it's here or like prison.
Right.
Or they're like personal lives are just like so fucking insane. Like I met this scaffolding foreman once who I didn't notice when I first met him. He seemed like a pretty normal dude, and then he smiled and he had literally one tooth, and I was like, whoa, that's
okay.
I was like, okay, your job affords you enough to not have one tooth.
You could get some fake teeth.
You could get that sorted out. So immediately I was like, oh, that's crazy. But other than that, he seemed like a normal guy. And then I noticed on his hand, like right in here on his hand,
yeah,
he had the word king tattooed. And I was like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And then I got talking to him one time because there was some downtime, and I was like, so what do you do like in the off season? Like when there's like less work, like what do you get up to? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, what do you do when you don't have work? Like, do you have hobbies? And he was like, buddy, I pay child support on 10 kids. I don't have time off. I was like, yo.
This is the king guy?
Yeah. King guy. He had like frosted tips at 50. One tooth, king on his hand. I was like, yo. 10 child support on 10. It's probably like $14,000 a month.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Grinding.
You just work 24/7. That's why. And that was like, I was like, oh, that's why your tooth isn't fixed.
Yeah.
Because you have to make $20,000 a month to fucking pay for child support. Like, Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah. A lot of them, they're like, their lives are, it's just insanity.
I've been thinking a lot. You sent me that video of the totally hairless Latino sex waiter guy.
the swing. It was a video from a swingers cruise. Which I didn't even know was a I thought like all cruises were swingers cruises, kind of.
Well, if you have the right attitude, any cruise can be a swingers cruise.
Well, upside down pineapple. You put that on your door.
Right, yeah.
And then other swingers on the cruise, if they walk by your door, will be like, you want to fuck me and my frumpy wife? And you'll go, yes, please.
What was that guy's role?
So this was from a swingers cruise. So it was like, it was a cruise designed for like only couples in the lifestyle.
Right.
We're in the lifestyle.
The lifestyle.
And so they had what's called like a playroom. which is the most sinister looking room I've ever seen in my entire life. It was a like dining hall sized room.
It was huge.
Humongous room on this cruise ship, full of beds.
And just for context, the guy who's talking has no hair.
Zero, like not even eyelashes. Like, no body hair. Totally hairless, little Latino man, pretty cut, like pretty buff.
And he was talking to some like 55-year-old
like sex positivity lady.
I believe he referred to her as a sexpert.
He did, yes. So she's a sexpert, probably the cruise line's resident sexpert for like tips.
I don't know what, like, say you're a swinger. Presumably, if you're like going on a swingers cruise,
you're probably pretty good at sex.
You already a sexpert yourself?
What is she going to teach you?
Yeah, what are you going to get from the sexpert lady?
She's like, punch your wife in the head. You're like, what? She's like, do it. Attack her.
Just do it. Because like I don't really get how it works. Like, you're in the playroom.
Yeah.
You're in the playroom. You're fat. Your wife, even fatter.
You're playing.
You're
You
playing.
guys are doing play.
You're playing with a different dumpy old couple.
I think so. Yeah, and
And
then
like the sexpert walks around being like, try this angle.
I think this. I don't know what the sexpert does, but the Latino guy.
Well, he's the guy who's bringing you your drinks and your towels and stuff.
Literally, yeah. I think he's like the waiter of the playroom.
He's the sex waiter.
Yeah. So the video is her being like, I'm here with Esteban. And he's just like, hello. And she's like, what do you do, Esteban? And he's like, well, sometimes I change the bed sheets when couples are done. They are finished in the playroom. So I come in, I change the bed sheets. And sometimes the couples, they ask me to join in. But I say, no, I cannot do it. And then I wipe everything down, make it super clean, make it a good time for everybody.
That's why he has no hair on him, because you wouldn't want to get cum stuck in your hair.
You need to be slippery sliding.
Yeah, so you can just.
I imagine the way when the playroom is bumping.
Yeah.
When it's packed out in the playroom. So when it's a sold out show in the playroom,
yeah.
I would imagine he's traversing the room much like a penguin.
Yeah.
Sort of slipping and sliding all over with bed sheets and swapping out.
No friction.
You know how like old drive-ins had like girls on roller skates?
Yeah.
Now the sex tour, the swingers cruise line has a greased up Latino man with zero body hair.
I have a whole fleet of them. Of totally bald Latino sex waiters.
Yeah.
Shimmy up. Are you done there, sir?
Are you finished? No, I cannot join. No, he's so like likable but spooky. He had like really intense likable but spooky vibes.
Yeah, it's hard not to be kind of spooky if you don't have eyebrows.
And you're at the swingers cruise.
And you're in the giant, like the swingers, like auditorium sized cruise thing.
Yeah. The only thing scarier than a huge playroom is if it's like much smaller than it looks on video with like a low ceiling.
Yeah, just one room.
It's like,
because I feel like when we did our deep dive on swingers clubs, a lot of them were pretty small.
Yeah,
and kind of like sort of Hellraiser themed.
This one, the one in the video, was much more like Scarface themed. Like it had like mirrors everywhere and red lights.
Yeah, I mean, it did kind of look like a banquet hall that Scarface would hang out at.
Yeah,
if Scarface was having a banquet.
Yeah, it's but it's just instead of like Cuban guys, it was full of beds.
Do you think a swingers cruise costs more or less than a normal cruise?
Oh, more, way more.
So who's going to be on it?
The sexiest people you've ever seen, brother.
Because like, ask yourself, who has like the money for a swingers cruise trip?
It's Gen X and Boomers,
but also
Gen X and Boomers
would go on that.
I don't. Well, because that's the thing. Swinging is not. Zoomers do swinging in a whole different way. They call it being polycules.
I guess that's kind of swinging.
Because don't most like polycules form because you're in a relationship.
I would kind of assume that most polycules like aren't actually fucking.
No.
They just like they put their like big thing of what are the things that, you know how boomers have their days pills, the little tray Monday, Friday. Yeah. I feel like Zoomers have kind of recreated that.
Yes.
And your polycules, you all keep all of your pills together.
Yeah, and you play like Genshin Impact all together.
Yeah.
Like you all live in the same house, but you go on nightly Discord calls together.
Yeah.
You know, but like I don't think I think like it's a similar. I mean, it's funny how like different the type of person is. Like your boomer Gen X swinger versus your like Zoomer millennial polycule member.
Like, to my knowledge, I don't think I've ever met like a boomer swinger type person even. I don't entirely know what that would be.
I think they're much more chameleon than the Zoomer poly. When you see a Zoomer in a polycule, you know without even seeing the rest of the gang.
Yeah, because like I've never been closely associated with one, but
No.
I've definitely encountered people who it's like, yeah, you're probably in a polycule.
Yeah, I see them all the time. They have like a cane covered in stickers. I'm like, you have,
Yeah.
you're in like, and you call it your wolf pack.
They're like 21 and they can clearly walk fine, but they have a walker.
They're wearing like weird like Tiny Tim like leg braces, and they're walking normal with like Forrest Gump ricket braces.
Real.
They have Forrest Gump rickets leg braces that make them walk all crazy, but they're clearly fine. And the rickets braces are covered in stickers.
Yeah. And they're with like 4 other kind of fucked up, busted people.
And they're like, I'm medically fragile, but they have a vape on a lanyard, and you're like, don't be vaping. You're medically fragile, but vaping.
But I see those kind of people with some regularity.
Mm-hmm.
The people who are like clearly fine, but yeah, have Forrest Gump neck legs. But like the boomer swinger type, I must have like encountered them.
I just think they're much more chameleon.
They just don't pop quite as much.
Well, they're doing all their swinging on the high seas.
I guess that's because I'm not on like cruises.
That's
We're
like
in,
such
like,
a
resorts or whatever.
I think anything boomer is like such an alien world. Like you're not at muscle car shows. You know,
Yeah.
you're not going to
Jordan Peterson conferences.
real.
Man, the swinger scene. We wrestle with guys tour.
And I understand a lot of you are here to swing. And to you I say, stop it. Think about your actions.
Gotta cut it out.
I know a big chunk of my demo are swinging. And to those of you thinking of participating, understand that you're no better than Lily Phillips. You are no better. Sleeping with 100 men in one day or 100 men in 1 year, you are no better.
You show up at the swingers cruise. Esteban, the perfectly bald sex waiter, shows you to the playroom.
Yeah.
Who do you see on couch number 1? Jordan Peterson.
I was under the impression this was a Disney cruise.
You notice a lanky man dressed like the Riddler stalking through the crowd. Like he's still wearing a Riddler coat, but nothing else.
He's wearing his like maroon and green suit jacket.
Yeah, he's wearing like a house coat. Yeah. With the that crazy fucked up circle he likes so much on the back, but it's open in the front.
I was told this was a Disney cruise. What you were doing is sick.
He's like fully naked with an open house coat, his long narrow penis flapping around. I was told this was a Disney cruise.
He is the most pencil dick guy I've ever seen. It is like narrow as fuck. It's so skinny.
I work hard, but I also play hard.
Look, what?
Look, Bucko, are you gonna fuck my wife or not?
you see a lanky guy in a dog suit, but it's themed like the Riddler in a green dog suit covered in question marks.
Is that Jordan Peterson?
And then they're like, bark, dog, and he's like, woof, woof, woof.
You're like, Esteban, is that Jordan Peterson?
I am not allowed to disclose who is in the dog costumes. You are crazy. You are so crazy.
You are so being so bad.
You are being naughty asking questions like this.
Excuse me. And then he slides on his belly on a puddle of cum. with 2 towels in each hand.
Excuse me, I have to leave. And then he puts a tray of towels on his head and slides away. The towels never get disturbed.
Yeah, like an African babushka lady with the big.
He just
Yeah, he's got a big like African jug that he squeezes the cum out of his towels into.
I have to go throw these overboard. Just dump cum overboard.
If you'll excuse me.
I have to go feed the sharks. Just kidding. They don't drink the cum. It turns into like a rock at the bottom of the ocean. Because the salt is actually reacts to the cum, and he's just talking to you about science.
It's actually very interesting.
Because the salt it like breaks it down.
In the background. Woof.
I'm a dog. I'm a dog.
I'm being a bad dog.
Yeah, he's like kissing some like 7-foot woman's shoes. I'm a bad dog. I'm a very bad dog. I'm a very bad dog. I'm a chaotic dog.
I've been a very chaotic dog, and you should hit me. Should hit me and teach me order. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, Esteban, booth number 3. I made a mess, Esteban.
He's just peeing everywhere. He's pissing all over the bed. Oh! Mr. Peterson, you are pissing. Mr. Peterson, stop it.
Mr. Peterson.
Mr. Peterson, stop it.
Then the like sexpert Karen lady comes over. Esteban, it's not your place to tell them.
Esteban,
Get on your knee, lick it up.
He's having fun. He's just as good as cum for sliding around.
Just the image. Oh!
He's just laying in the bed alone. Oh! There's no one even close to him.
Yeah. He didn't even bring his wife or anything.
He just thought about jerking off. Oh! He goes on a swingers cruise. He's never had sex or jerked off. 1 minute into the playtime, he's just like, oh!
Just like, yeah. I'm just going for research into the darkness and chaos. Yeah, to Esteban as he's getting onboarded as the one single guy on there. By the way, I'm not really into this. I'm just here to see firsthand the darkness and the chaos. And Esteban's like, oh, people to see.
He's like, there are options on this cruise for those who do not wish to partake in the debauchery and sin of the swinging.
It's just the best deal I could get to Bermuda.
Esteban's like, well, we have a foosball table and air hockey, and we are screaming Forrest Gump later tonight at 7 p.m.
5 minutes later.
It's so funny to think about him totally alone. like everyone, like in the huge room of beds, like everyone's fucking on the first 4. He's at the back on the last bed alone, just naked. Him like scream coming like that. Without having done anything yet.
Yeah, there's buckets coming out.
Oh! Oh!
Just a geyser. Oh!
He's standing on the bed, just like the amount you'd piss, it's all cum just like everywhere. 56 years of cum just fucking.
Yeah, it's the first time he's ever busted.
His nuts were hanging by his knee, and as he's coming, they start riding.
And then afterwards, he's like, that was actually pretty cool.
Anyways, when are we getting to Bermuda? Want to see some sightseeing?
Esteban, can you get me a pina colada?
Hey, Esteban, how about you fire up those pizza ovens, huh? I'm parched. Go for some za. You got Call of Duty on here?
As Esteban's like toweling him off. It's like,
So
you got PlayStation?
Why don't you register for me for one of those spray tans you're doing on the top deck tomorrow? I think it'd be fun. Maybe I'll get a spray tan.
He shows up on his Daily Wire show. Now he's like a sex guy.
He still knows nothing about sex because he still hasn't done it. He was just in the same room as exposed breasts.
But yeah, he's got a big fake tan and like, big Walton Goggin like veneers. Like,
oh my god!
Now the thing about the push.
Oh, holy shit! Holy fuck, man!
I love Jordan Peterson, I gotta say.
He's so funny, dude.
He's such a funny guy.
Just being beat red and weeping on every appearance.
And just dressing so
so villainously. Dressing like a deck of playing cards. His wardrobe is literally a deck of playing cards.
Yeah, spending like, I assume like 15 grand per suit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, make me look like a Batman villain.
Make me look so fucking crazy, dude. Like, these are the costumes that they told Heath Ledger were like too cartoony.
They're like Dick Tracy villain suits. Give me the biggest suit and make it like 8 colors.
It's purple and green, and it's huge. I've got a green blazer on with a purple dress shirt tucked into like...
But the back like cloth on the blazer is like red.
It's so fucked. And just going up and having your hair always be like that.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a rock.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just weeping on TV.
A lot.
A lot, dude.
He had some new one. He was weeping about the Liberals about to win.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Why? Why does he care?
I didn't watch it, but
I
don't even think he lives here anymore.
No. He lives in like Austin. He does like Kill Tony and stuff.
Really?
No. He should. They should have Dr. Jordan B. Peterson on Kill Tony.
That would go card.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Jordan B. Peterson. One fresh minute from Jordan B. Peterson.
Oh, actually going up.
Hello, everyone.
Even one of the judges, he's been in like the big like cattle call thing for 4 hours.
Is this thing on?
Is this thing
I'm just joking. Obviously, it is. This is a great show. Wow, Tony Hinchcliffe is very gay. Huge pop. He's what a gay man he is.
Tony Hinchcliffe. I hear he's Mexican and also a faggot.
Tony Hinchcliffe. Jordan Peterson doing crowd work, and he's like, "Ma'am, what do you do for work?" And she's like, I do OnlyFans," and he just breaks down and starts crying. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
He's like on his knees on the stage weeping. Oh, good heavens! You need to protect her. Where's your father?
And calling Tony Hinchcliffe gay.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Hinchcliffe is a very gay man.
Is that what they typically do? In all honesty, I've watched probably 5 minutes combined of Kill Tony my entire life.
Like,
and it was just because Alex Jones was on.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
Now, Kill Tony's like either like it's I don't know.
Are you supposed to go up and call Till Tony gay?
No, you're supposed to go up and act like you're like either act like you're crazy, and then you'll go viral or whatever off your interview. Like either like you go up and like do really bad, and then like or like actually he's like a really likable guy though, and he's pretty funny.
actually like super like
I know his
down-to-earth.
like minute of stand up was like the gayest, most embarrassing shit you've ever seen, but he really redeemed himself with the interview. It's like, well, that's a fucking really fucking valuable, dude. Cool. No, but like,
Do they do that at a comedy mothership?
yeah. AKA stand up Mecca.
Stand up Mecca.
Yeah. But yeah, or you go up and you're just like actually funny and like cool and normal, and then you get a huge career boost, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. But
Jordan Peterson after he's busted for the first time. So, dating. I'm just getting into dating.
dating is kind of odd, huh? Kind of awkward first dates, right? I was on a first date the other day, and it was on a cruise ship. He's talking about jacking off in the playroom as being on a first date.
Yeah. And there were all of these beautiful women everywhere.
And it was just me in there alone with all these gorgeous women.
And I went like,
He comes on stage.
just thinking about it. And this beautiful woman, she, in full view of everyone, removed her brassiere.
I could see her breasts.
Her breasts were so... Oh.
Him having his arms up like this. He does that, and then Kill Tony's like, wow. Unbelievable. Another powerful minute from Jordan B. Peterson.
Give him a hand, folks.
Wow. So
Do you like win something? Do you get like money or something like that if you do good?
no,
It's just exposure.
a lot of it's exposure. Actually, I know a guy who's going to be doing Madison Square Garden next time they're there, which is crazy.
Doing Madison Square Garden? Is
Yeah.
that because he went on it and did good?
He went on it and did really good.
Oh.
And then Tony was like, he's a local cat. Shout out Danny Martinello.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's in NYC now, but yeah, like you go on and either if you do like really really good, you can get like a golden ticket, I think, which is like,
And you get to go do it in Madison. They do it in Madison Square Garden.
not all the time.
Oh, okay.
So they do it at the mothership, and then occasionally they'll do like a Madison Square Garden show.
Oh, okay.
Um,
It's one of those things that I know is like unbelievably popular.
yeah,
But it's just always kind of like.
yeah. I don't really watch it. Brandon watches it pretty religiously.
Are there a lot of comics who like have their career like made on that kind of?
Oh yeah, and I open for them.
As seen on Kill Tony.
Literally, yeah. And they're like, sometimes it's good. Like it's like a guy who's like been in the game for a minute and like should, it's like a good moment, it's really good. And sometimes it's like, like you'll go watch like a half hour of their stuff and you're like, you're kind of.
A minute's pretty tight.
Well, it's a whole different skill, like making a minute of stand-up versus even making like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Making 5 minutes that are funny versus one is like totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's getting good at making 1 minute of stand-up funny is like its own skill in a way, but it doesn't always like make you better at making 45 minutes of stand-up good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it makes you really hard to follow.
Dating sure is weird.
I hope he does a set. Madison Square Garden killed.
Is he actually in Austin?
I feel like he's in Austin. He's always on he's like a Rogan guy.
Well, isn't Daily Wire? Are they in Austin? Or no, they went to like Nashville, I think.
I don't know. I just assumed JBP
Where's Barry Weiss?
I just
Where's
assumed
beautiful Barry Weiss?
Big Barry Weiss. I just assumed JBP was in Austin because where are you going to chill if you're JBP? Israel?
Tel Aviv.
I'm here with Quentin Tarantino
In Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv. I'm going to be starring in his final film, The Swinger.
The Swinger. I've been doing a lot of research.
That's so fucking funny. Like him then, like shaking like Yoko Ono coming, just like
And he's not even like hard.
it's just like he's pissing like everywhere, fully naked, like 30 feet from anyone having sex. Holy shit, man! That really fucked me up.
The bald-headed sex waiter was very kind.
He helped me clean up, and then later He came back to my hotel room with pizza, and we played Crash Bandicoot the entire evening. All night we played Crash Bandicoot Racers. I was... What's the guy with the N?
Neo. It was Dr. Neocortex.
I like him because he's also a doctor.
And he has a big N.
Which stands for never give up.
Or stands for boo.
Which I like now because I'm a comedian. So actually that word is good. I'm also going to legalize comedy. I'm legalizing comedy. You're being bloody snowflakes. For Christ's sake, you're being a bloody snowflake.
Being a bloody snowflake. Has he been on Rogan recently?
I have no idea. I don't know who's been on Rogan recently.
Me neither.
I'm out of touch, man. I don't know.
Last one I saw was Trump.
What else do you need to see? Some other like guy who lives in the jungle?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's only so many guys who used to be a Navy SEAL, but now they're like an anti-woke Twitter account.
Yeah, they're like a former Navy SEAL, now free press for Israel guy.
Yeah.
Many such cases.
Is Joe Rogan pro-Israel?
I have no idea what Rogan's stance on Israel is, actually, shockingly enough.
Yeah, me neither, actually. I could really see it going either way. He's probably one of those, like, you know, both sides have gone too far.
He's probably one of those, like, if they were here with some weed, man, there would be no freaking...
Or, I mean, honestly, he's probably, if he has, like, Barry Weiss on, he's like, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I stand with Israel.
Yeah.
But if you had, like...
Hassan Piker
on, he'd be like, that's pretty fucked up.
I stand with Palestine. Yeah. Goodness gracious, fellas. Whew, that's got to be... Oh, yeah, that's definitely an hour.
Yeah, I
fellas,
would reckon so.
This was fun as hell.
Yep. Thank you again, John, for the wizarding scarves.
The beautiful wizarding scarves.
Shout out to the guys.
Shout out the guys. Shout out all the pay kings.
If you're not one of the pay chud kings already,
yeah,
consider it.
Yeah.
An extra episode. Discord access.
Oh, shout out Dean and Nate.
Dean and Nate.
Guys.
They're still mega guys.
Still mega guys.
Still mega guys.
We should probably edit this into the beginning.
Maybe. Although Nate hasn't canceled yet, like
True.
I assumed he would, so maybe we just shouldn't mention it.
Everyone, shh.
He might just be rich and forgetful.
Right. Regardless, shout out the mega guys.
Shout out the mega guys.
Shout out the regular guys.
Yeah.
Shout out the silent guys.
And the silent guys.
Shout out the silent guys.
Are they the least of the guys?
I suppose.
Well,
shout out our regular commenters too, man.
Honestly, it's sort of like an egg.
The Chrome Boys universe is like an egg snowman.
And like being on the top of the egg is still valuable.
Yeah.
But of course you rest upon giants.
You rest on the back of a large turtle.
Right.
On an
Dean.
egg. Dean.
Nate. And the normal guys. And yes, the silent guys. Shout out the silent guys
and shout out the regular dudes who hop in the comments.
Yeah.
Love to see you fellas.
Yeah. Not the whiners though. Though they're not
not guys.
passerbys.
Those are fags.
we spit upon them.
Those are fucking losers. What is this? I don't get. You guys are being rude. Fuck off.
You guys were you laughing at your own jokes?
Yeah.
Did you know that most queer people are actually homeless?
All right, dude. Yeah, sucks. Bye. See ya. Philip DeFranco's this way, pal. Philip DeFranco's down the hall and to the left. You missed it.
Shouldn't dredge it too much, but just if you know our content at all, thinking that saying people are homeless is going to make us care more.
Yeah. It's not the way to ingratiate me to a group of people is being like, well, a lot of them are homeless. Wow.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news for what's about to be done to them then.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
See you, fellas.